This is BonnieVent. Recently, Michael came to me with a request. He wants to partner with me and the connection in order to continue to be of service to humankind. He is very interested in reconnecting with people who have remained loyal to his messages while he was alive and since his death. How could I say no? In many ways, this will be an interesting experiment. We will be starting with question-answer sessions. Where this project will lead promises to be a very interesting journey. There is an existing group for the connection on Facebook. I asked the members to submit a spiritual question. These are their questions, and the answers will likely be a combination of the connection, Michael, and me. I have noticed in this work that I receive images that are relevant to the message, but do not come through to the person listening to the message. I will add my impressions to this process as well. The background that I have chosen for this video is the closest thing I could find to what I see visually when I tune into Michael's surroundings. I am sure it pales to the real thing, but it gives you an idea of what I'm seeing. We each have our own journey. We ask that you use your own powers of discernment. Please accept what resonates with you and disregard the rest. And now, here is the connection and Michael. I am noticing a common thread in many of the questions posed today. Many feel their life changed with the passing of Michael. Certainly profound sadness, but also incredible spiritual growth and connection have occurred for these people. Now that is profound legacy that no one can take away. The true essence of Michael transcends time, space, and dimension. Michael says, "Stop, you're embarrassing me." And now, here are the next set of questions and answers. Irina says, this is a two-part question. Michael, your passing, quite unexpectedly and extraordinarily, was the catalyst in setting me on a spiritual path and was coincidental to my starting to see the 1111 prompts, initially in connection with any mention of you or truths related to you. I would like to ask about the number prompts, of course the 1111 being the most conspicuous. Can you please expand on this and possibly other number sequences as well? Michael says, "Hi Irina, these prompts are very interesting for those paying attention. They happen all the time. It is certainly a lesson in discernment. Your guidance tries to help with little clues. Tomorrow will be 12/12, and a full moon is coming on Christmas Day. These symbols rise above the politics and dogma and assist you on your spiritual path. They are also just fun to observe. Certain sounds and smells can do this too. I hope everyone starts to notice these. The more you notice, the more you will see and sense." Irina adds, "I would like to know if you would give some information about the magical, mathematical nature of our universe and sacred geometry." Michael says, "Irina, I'm sure you know I am a great lover of nature and animals. Did you know that all of nature is based on the principles of sacred geometry? Every marking on every tree, every strand of fur or feather is all by this design. Spirals are very important to nature and human beings. Our lives travel in a spiral. The road is never straight, and you may feel like you have passed this way before. Indeed you have, but you have changed since the last time. Many are creating their own path. This is what I tried to do. Things do not always turn out the way you expect them, but we always learn and make adjustments. The torus is also very powerful when it comes to energy flow. I will leave the rest of this question to the 3D scientists to explain. It is a fascinating topic to explore. It's quite different here in the way it is used, but it still applies when creating things in our environment. Perhaps that is because it is familiar to us. We tend to create what we enjoyed in 3D, but it is so much grander as there are no physical limitations." Raiden asks, Michael, your death was a severe trauma for me emotionally and spiritually. However, amazing things started happening that would not have occurred without that catalyst, and my life changed because of it. What are some of the best things that weren't really anticipated about transitioning, even when considering what it is you had to leave behind? You mentioned that you are always learning. Hi, Raiden. I'm sorry to hear that you took my death so hard. It was hard for me too for a while. Whether you are in 3D or where I am, you still have a picking up the pieces kind of feeling for a while. We do receive guidance and training that helps us to adjust to our new environment. We have been here before, so it comes back to us quickly. Perhaps the most amazing thing was freedom. I mean real freedom. We are creator beings. 3D is very limiting, and for me personally, I was under so much fear and control that it became very difficult and took a huge toll on my life. I rather like being an observer of the 3D world now. Sarah asks, Hi, Michael. What an honor to speak with you. I was supposed to get in touch with Bonnie a number of years ago. It sounds so crazy that I wanted to tell you. Days after you died, I heard your music in my ears. I often hear music loops. These were very clear. I could not understand what happened. I searched the internet for answers, looking for you, and found Bonnie. I had dreams about you. I got to meet you at Neverland. You were wearing a red high school jacket. I drove up to Neverland and got a hug. You tried to teach me to play on the water slide and to see the joy of playing with my children. I am a spiritual person and have received messages in my dreams before. I would like to know, was it really you? I was not a crazy hysterical fan, but I was upset when you died. You also opened up my spirituality, and much has happened since then. As many others do, I feel close to you and wonder what we have for togetherness. I want to send a greeting to you that you are an incredibly strong person and that you had to carry too much on your shoulders. You must have been an old soul. I am sorry I never got to meet you here. I hope you get peace for your children. I have a son who is a crystal child and a special guy. You would love him. Love, Sarah. Michael says, Hi, Sarah. Many people seem to have heard my call. I was originally trying to put out messages with my music so that people would be sure that it was me. I did touch the lives of those who were open and had a willingness to hear me. Neverland remains a very special place. The land is sacred in the 3D world and no longer under my control. However, in your dream state, I can share glimpses of another Neverland. This Neverland stays with me. It is my creation and cannot be taken away. It is mine to create and to change as I wish. As Bonnie is typing this message to you, she is seeing the library. This library is full of knowledge. It is accessed by thought forms. The 3D world is trying to create something similar, but unfortunately it is due to a desire to control information. No such thing exists here. You think of what you would like to know, and the library responds to you. It's a pretty magical thing if you think about it. Irina says, Michael, everyone who has paid close attention to you as a person and to your work would agree that you are incredibly multifaceted. You were very spiritually attuned while you were in the physical, as evidenced in your lyrics and poetry. Some have posited that you incorporated healing frequencies into your music. Is this accurate? Michael says, Thank you for your very sweet remarks. I would have loved to have put healing frequencies into the music. Sadly, there is another agenda that prevents this from occurring. I did slip some countermeasures in, but not on the frequency level you are referring to. Irina says, it was reported by some that they have experienced miraculous recoveries from terminal illness after having come in contact with you. I have understand you to be a shaman or a healer, depending upon what part of the world the description comes from. Do you care to expand on how you were able to come by such deep spiritual knowledge and understanding and to bring these abilities forth? Michael says, I cannot take any credit for people recovering from illness. I may have triggered or motivated them to heal themselves. That would be between them and their guidance. Jane asks, does Michael still sing and dance, and if not, does he miss it? Michael says, Hi Jane, singing and dancing is very physical in 3D. I did miss it towards the end of my life and wanted just one more time. In this dimension, it works completely differently. I do not need the special lifts that were in Smooth Criminal, for instance. I am working with an energy form now. It is not constrained by the laws of physics. I still enjoy these creative pursuits, just not in the same way. Serenella says, I would like to ask Michael if he is interested in connecting and working with us on the earth plane in a more physical way, i.e. materialization in a physical seance. Michael says, Hi Serenella, there is no need for my physical presence. They have already made me into a hologram. Think about how much energy that process takes. I would rather spend my energy on communication. I am very happy with this process. We may change methods in the future if enough people are interested in gathering together. For now, this is the best way to make sure the messages are received by those that are interested. Karen says, Love you, Michael. With me being down here on Earth, I want to be able to help you in any way I can. What would be the best things you'd want me to help you with the most? Love you more, Karen. Michael says, Hi, Karen. The best way to help me is to be the best you that you can be. Take care of yourself first and then expand out to your loved ones. Walk your life in as peaceful a state as you can manage. Be kind and comforting. It starts with each one of us and ripples like the waters in a still pond. Michael's final comment is, I want to say that I'm really enjoying your questions. I hope that you are as well. Love you more, Michael. Thank you for joining us today. If you'd like more information or to support this work, please see the links in the description of this video and join us at BonnieVent.com.